Hello, hello, hello. This is B. Wendy. Let's go for a walk. I'm walking in Collierville on my car. My Nissan Rogue is at the shop. And I want to share a testimony and part of my journey with you. So as I am on the journey to heal my body from the inside out, as I am on a healing protocol, my coach, my metabolic health coach, said something to me in our first session. She said, "You are the nutrition manager of your family." And that has stuck with me. And so as I'm on the journey, I have to also think about my husband and our son. And it makes it easier because whatever I prepare, my husband eats. I have a very blessed life, easy husband. And so today, as I noted, it started a month ago as I started thinking about and being burdened about how much sugar and carbs our children eat. There are children having diabetic comas, and I refuse. And so I started talking with my son early on about, son, Mom wants you healthy. We're going to start making some changes in our foods. Just started talking to him over and over and over again, planting the seeds. And then recently, I had him in the kitchen and just bonding with him. Had him, making burgers with me out of the ground beef that I had. And he was cracking eggs and he was shredding cheese, and I made egg bites with ground beef and eggs. We made burgers together, and he tasted a piece of ground beef. That was last week. I was so proud of him because my son, for anybody who knows Kyle, he is very picky, and all he wanted, let me speak that in the past, mac and cheese, pizza rolls, tacos, and any cake, cookies, animal crackers, fruit snacks, you name it, okay? Carbs and sugar only. And I have to change that. I have to change it. And so I made some low-carb pancakes, which was just eggs, baking powder, a little bit of cinnamon, a little bit of nutmeg, and put it in the griddle. I added a little bit of stevia or allulose, a little bit of skinny syrup, which is sugar-free, and he ate that. I even added cut up a couple strawberries, right? And so that was his breakfast with some hot tea. And so today, I said, you know what? We need to go grocery shopping because we need some groceries. But I had some ground beef, and I put up a plate of some ground beef on a plate and made some hot tea for him. I just said, son, let me know if you need a little bit of salt. I use Redmond salt. That's the only seasoning I use as I'm on this lifestyle, this high protein lifestyle, carnivore lifestyle. And so I walked away. He prayed, and next thing I knew, he was eating the ground beef. But guess what that meat does for him? It nourishes his body. It fuels his body. If I feed him continually cereal, it makes him sluggish. It's sugar. Have y'all looked at the ingredients on the back of a cereal? It's horrible. And last night, what I did, y'all, at 10 o'clock when everybody was asleep, I went in the kitchen like Mr. Grinch, and I removed all the snacks. The Nutellas with the breadsticks, the little packet with muffins, the fruit snacks. I removed all. I threw away the cereal. I have a whole bag of snacks that I will get rid of and either throw it away or give it to somebody who's less fortunate, right? I cannot. And so I was sharing this with some ladies, and there were lots of tears about what I'm doing, and I was crying and just thinking about, wow. And I thanked my son. I thanked him, for just working with me, and I said, this is going to be an adjustment. And the first thing he said, Mom, where are my snacks? And he's crying. And so I say all this to say, when there has to be an urgency placed on healing. There has to be an urgency placed on health. If my parents knew what I know now about carbs and sugar, and by the way, carbs turn into sugar, and if I started eating this way as a child, how much more would I be thriving? And we live in a high carb, high sugar culture, and I cannot continue to allow, and I know it's going to be a journey, it's going to be an adjustment, because people feed kids cookies, schools, churches, people feed kids crap, and it makes me mad because it's not helping. It's making us sick and sick and sick. And so I am starting urgency with helping my son, our son, to be healthier and healed. And the only reason why he was crying is because he's addicted. He's addicted. At 6 years old, he's addicted to sugar. And I am starting. It's going to be an adjustment. So if you know him, don't feed him cookies. Don't feed him chips. I will figure out how to make healthier, low-carb, sugar-free options for him. But help me help him. Okay? All right. I pray that if you're on a journey, don't wait. Don't wait. Just start now. Let's look at the foods that we're eating. Let's nourish our bodies. Let's move our bodies. Let's heal from the inside out. It's not just about weight loss or releasing weight. It's about the inflammation in our bodies that's making us sick. So, I hope this is encouraging, especially to moms, or even if you're not a mom, that we would be intentional about healing from the inside out. This is B. Wendy. Have a wonderful day on purpose.